Hi everyone, so I probably should have done this vlog first. I'm going to tell you about my day at work today and what I'm doing in Sydney. So as you can see, I'm waiting on the train to head into work for the day, and I'll catch you when I get to the Caroline Simpson Library. And here we are at the Mint, which coincidentally is the oldest surviving public building in Sydney and has also been my place of work for the past month. So come on inside and I'll show you what I've been looking at. So here I am at the Caroline Simpson Research Library, which has been my home for the last few weeks. And it's a really interesting library because they have a really extensive collection of architecture and home interiors and decoration. It's one of the most extensive collections in the world, and they've actually just been part of a research project where their work has ended up in the Antarctic. So that's quite exciting. So I've been working here on their music collections, which is a new venture for them. And I've been looking at the fascinating Stuart Simons collection, which was a kind donation by Stuart Simons, who I in fact met today. So I'm going to show you a little bit more from those collections right now. So let me show you some of the collections that I've been working on. Here's one of the volumes here, which is called the Hayley B. Harris volume. And as you can see, it was a gift from her mother in 1864. Now, this is some of my favourite music inside, which if I can just get to the page, it has this piece in it, which is in Gaelic, called Morag. And I'm actually going to be singing this for the concert at Sound Heritage Sydney. It's a really beautiful tune, but it's not one that I know, and it's certainly not one that I've ever heard before. So it's an absolute treat to be able to sing this one. Now, if you've been following my blog, you'll know quite a lot about Lucy Havens and her family, particularly her marriages. But I just want to show you a piece that's inside her volume, which is this piece here. And if we turn to the subscribers page, her mother is one of the subscribers. So this tells us that music was really important, certainly to her mother, but obviously to Lucy as well, as she has this bound collection. And it was brought with her when she arrived in Sydney from Britain in 1839. If I find the page on the front, you can see she's actually written her name in the front of the 6 sonatas by Pleyel. And here's another little treat. This book, you might not know it, but is entirely handwritten, and it's actually got a number of Scottish tunes. And I've been able to identify the book that 9 of these first tunes were transcribed from. If you want to know more about that, then here's another plug for my blog, Research Adventures. But I absolutely love the front cover. This says 3 collections of airs arranged for the pianoforte by J.H.L. 1807. But I have no idea who J.H.L. is. And one of my self-appointed missions for the end of this trip is to find the original owner, what his or her name was, and when they came to Sydney. It's been absolutely fascinating to work on all of these collections. And as a final point, I just want to point out the bindings. They might look absolutely trashed and as if someone hasn't taken care of them. But this tells me a different story. They've been well loved and well used throughout their lifetime, and it meant that after they were bound, people continued to play from them. The Lucy Havens volume was rebound in the 21st century by Bill Bradshaw, but he's done such a wonderful job, he's managed to maintain Lucy's original inscription. So we'll keep going and I'll take you down to my next fun place I always go. And here we are at the Mitchell wing of the public library. I don't want to speak too loud because I don't want to disturb the readers who are inside, but I've been in this magnificent room just behind me looking at all the fantastic manuscripts that are here from the early 19th century and even some from the late 18th century. So if you want to know more about that, don't forget to check out my blog, researchadventuresblog.wordpress.com. But for now, we're going to head off and find out a little bit more about my research adventures. And here we are at the Sydney Conservatorium, where I've been lucky enough to sit in on a few different classes and to have a tour of their amazing facilities that are within the building. Now, they have a really interesting historically informed performance practice program, and that's really encouraged as part of this institution for singers and instrumentalists to take part, and I am definitely all in favour of that. It's also just down the road from the Caroline Simpson Library and from the New South Wales State Library, so all the students have really fantastic resources right on their doorstep. I'm not going to take you a tour inside today, as I know that there's concerts on and there'll be students who are up and ready and doing their studies, but if you're ever in Sydney and you're a music student or you like working in music, definitely check out inside. Interesting fun fact about the building: it was once the stables of the Governor's House and then was converted into a music school in 1915. So there you have it. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed my tour of what I've been up to while I've been in Sydney and all the different places that I've worked. The rain's just about to come on, yay for me. So what I'd like you to do is, once again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, and give me a comment below about how you liked this video or if there's any other things that you want to see while I'm here. I only have a few days left. See you later.